Well, for the record, we started on time. The stream's just behind.
Wow. Good job, stream.
Well, for the record, we started on time. The stream.
I just realized I didn't turn off my sound. Hearing us on the
Always a
Yep.
beautiful thing.
always smart. Got to get rid of that sound. All right, let us get started.
For those out in Streamland that may or may not have tuned in right when we started, we are very professional.
Yes, we even got a countdown and everything, and still Colin burped on camera. And
that was a calculated burp.
we
I was
started-
putting in to make sure I could make it on camera. So
That was our version of the clap.
Just gotta get that audio and video synced up.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So let's get started with our introduction. We'll hand it over to Timmy.
Yep. So good evening, afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Snogby Dungeons Incorporated. This is our Dresden Files RPG game, Big Trouble in the Big Easy. We have myself playing Dev. To my, I guess it's the right on your screen, is Tyler playing Romain, and above me is Colin, Austin Cash.
Austin Cash.
And thanks for tuning in. We'll hand it off to our illustrious leader, Kyle.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
storyteller.
Up above me, we have Kyle playing literally everybody else.
Yeah. And it's the only way it was going to work. Let's go ahead and get started. For everyone who doesn't remember where we're at, we were now summoning the dead now that we have a professional necromancer on our team. So we're going to be... we just summoned Austin's father, who gave him some great advice about quitting while you're ahead.
I'm not a necromancer. I'm at best a necromancer.
To be fair, I don't think he's been paid for it, so he's still an amateur necromancer.
That is true.
Also, not a necromancer.
That's to be determined. But we're also... Yeah, we're going to have our not a necromancer summon
I have yet to control any dead things. Hence, there's no necros, no dead, and no mancy, no control.
Okay, let's call up that other dead person and see how we can go about it.
Let's go talk to another dead person, like totally not a necromancer that we are, and yeah, it's gonna go great.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm not controlling him. Like they.
All right, so we begin the process. I don't know exactly how we set it before, but I'm assuming that Romain is out here drawing a really elaborate summoning circle, then putting on the ground and making really pretty things happen there.
That is correct.
And we're gonna start
I would like to specify this time we're not putting Austin in the circle.
Okay. Austin's outside of the circle. What are we going to use to call out to the spirit?
Just a little interjection here. I would like to point out you have actually necromanced, considering that necromancy is from a apparently it's the internet, but necros, dead body, plus mantea, divination, or oracle.
Really?
There we go.
Divination from an exhumed corpse. You have definitely divined from a dead body. Well,
yes,
dead thing.
That's
yeah, close
fair.
enough.
I thought mancy was control. I thought it was controlling, not divining.
No, it's like it's a different word.
Yeah, most of your early magic was divination of some sort.
Well, in that case, then you are not a kinetomancer.
Yeah, that is
fair
to
enough.
a degree correct. I do not use divination by a specified means through kinetic. Anyhow, enough
and now we're also an educational stream.
That's true. We're going to start filing for all of those lovely educational stream dollar bills that they definitely have coming out here. I don't know.
Dollar bills, y'all.
I'm sure they've got grants of some kind.
Who knows? But now that we're educational, let's get started with the necromancy, so that we know exactly how it works. So we're through the process. We are starting to chant. What exactly are we going to use to summon the spirit?
That's a good question. Hey, also,
that is a good question.
Do you have any personal effects of your mother? Something we can use to make a better connection?
My house kind of burned down. If you couldn't tell, so not really. No, I got a gun from my dad. I got a jacket from my dad. I got this skin from my mom.
Yeah, let me just
Wake
go
off
ahead
a
and
piece of
flay
that.
your skin off so we can use that to summon her real
Well,
quick.
I don't know if how much do you need? I could probably like bite a little piece off and spit it into the circle if you want, or
How about this? I pull out a needle, prick his thumb real quick, and toss it into the circle.
All right, so that's a weapon attack. No. Are you gonna fight, Colin?
no, I'm gonna let it happen.
All right, you get stabbed a tiny bit. You take no extra damage, but let's. We're gonna put some blood into the center of the spell and begin the chanting. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, no spirits show up. Not in your circle.
Do I have enough of a connection? And I'm willing to ping my brushed by death if you want. Do I have enough of a connection to know why? Like, is the ghost fighting me? Is there no ghost to summon? Maybe it's blocked
As
off
best
by
as
some
you're
noise?
aware, as best you're aware, you called the house and the phone rang until the answering machine ran through.
Okay, so
The
there's
ghostly equivalent.
there's just nobody home. Okay.
Yep.
Was that going to cost me a fate point for the ping, or no?
No, I was going to tell you anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Unsuccessful summoning later. We'll throw it back to you guys.
Well, I thought you were a necromancer, man. What's going on?
I can't tell you. So, it's kind of like, you know when you call someone and they're not home?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
an
kind of
answering
like
machine.
that. I basically called out and it rang until I got the proverbial answering machine.
Well, I guess we gotta go see Lord Death again. She can get a stronger necromancy so we can pull her back, yeah?
I mean, we'd have to go to New Orleans for that.
That's true, that is a trip. Alright, well, I guess for the meantime, until we go get you more necromancy teaching, let's go
Not a necromancer.
Yeah. we gotta break into the
I seriously doubt that, but yeah. See, what time of day are we at now?
You guys are
I remember
well
being
within the witching hour.
fairly late. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, you guys are within the witching hour.
As long as it's
easily.
after like 6:15, nobody's at a property management office.
There we go.
Sorry, did I say 6:15? I meant 6 o'clock and 15 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah, that's still a 6:15 of some kind.
Okay. So we're gonna go break into the property management office. Okay,
Let's do
Roseville
it.
Property Management is a building that has a bunch of glass in place of walls for its first floor. Very, very, very structurally sound. An easy way to keep people out, of course, is to line your walls with glass. But it's aesthetically great, so. You also have a front door, also with that nice little steamed glass look, so you can't really go in.
Is John Smith's office on the first floor? Is there more than one floor?
I'll decide now. And yes and no. No second floor, and so obviously his
Okay.
office is on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to try to find a way and look into that specific office, that is definitely something you could do with a quick look around.
I would love to do that.
There we go. Let's do a little bit of searching. You'll need to take Austin since he's actually seen the inside.
Yeah, so, all right, mate, which one of these is his?
It's that one.
You guys walk around the building a little bit of ways until you finally find his office. From the inside, you see basically what he would have seen when he was looking at Colin. You see from behind a large desk, a much smaller chair where a person who is lesser than John Smith can sit and be judged about their terrible property management abilities? Assets? I don't know.
Choices?
Choice? Yeah, there we go. Words that relate to this business that I should have looked at beforehand, but I didn't. We're gonna. You also see a few other articles of like paintings he wanted to hang up, also gold trim around the edge. He's got a few books, each of them with that like gold page thing, where all the pages are made out of gold on the very edge. You can also see it's just seeing way more gold than Colin would have seen on his way in. You, on the other hand, I would like you to roll me a awareness for Dev.
Okay, yeah.
Just wondering, the free tags that we have on
Oh, I use those.
on what's his face. We still have a free tag on Sellout and Devil in the Details.
You would, yeah.
You
It's coming out.
use new money, but
No, I used Sellout.
did you? Okay,
Yes.
but we still
Yes,
have
you
we still have a free
We
on
do still
Devil.
have Devils in the Details.
Yeah, Devil in the Details still available to you guys. It'll come up again. So
Honestly, it
we're
feels
gonna
like
go.
we're breaking into this place. The devil is in the details.
You'll
You'll
get it right
still
eventually.
Not how you use
You will get it right
That's how you
eventually.
use that phrase.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get there.
One of these days. Anyway, so Dev recognizes the thrumming of power coming directly from one of the walls to your side. The actual thing that is thrumming with power is unable to be seen, but it is between two bookcases. Thankfully, there was someone who's been in this office before who could tell you what that thing might possibly be.
What is it?
It's the fiddle.
Oh, it's the fiddle.
Yeah, it's the
There's
fiddle.
a fiddle there. The devil went down to Georgia style. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You mean to tell me you didn't put that together last week, Colin?
I
You
sure
didn't?
didn't, actually.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that these things can be real now. So
Now that you've all finally put your heads together, you do get his you guys want his trouble or his main aspect? What do you guys think?
Trouble.
trouble? Yeah,
Trouble
I
aspect?
feel like that's a trouble. Yeah.
All right, I'll take that bet, you son of a bitch, because I'll
Yeah.
take that bet, you son of a bitch, is the trouble.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we go.
So
Uh,
the devil went down to Georgia. That's like a real. All right. I'm figuring this stuff out. This whole world, this new universe I've located.
All right, well, I think you guys have as much confirmation as you guys need, and with that aspect, I definitely cleared it up for you. You have been speaking to and trying to attain something from Johnny from The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Johnny of Georgia, I think, would be his official name.
Yeah.
We'll just call him Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny, that's a different guy. Whole different thing going on there.
Who says it's a different guy?
Me.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
in
just
charge.
saying, it very much could be the same Johnny.
There's just so much going on with people named Johnny in America. There's just Johnny Appleseed, Johnny from Georgia, Johnny Be Good, Johnny Depp. So many Johnnies. Like, we're just all of them
Is
mythical,
Johnny Depp
all
from
of them
Georgia?
magical. No. Johnny Quest, Lori mentioned. We have a lot of
Yeah.
Johnnies in the American history. Either way, you guys, it's him. You guys are pretty sure. If he could get a good look at it, he'd be able to see that it was not just gold-plated, but you are, of course, not magically inclined, Austin. But yeah, you'd see an actual solid fiddle made of gold.
Well, that gives us a bit of information on who this guy is, but we still need to find this book. I'm still like, should we break in and start looking through offices to find more about M? Because I feel like the chances are that M is the one that currently holds the book I'm looking for. So
Certainly a concept.
So I don't know if we like break in, check the computer, check emails, or see if we can get any kind of addresses or look at all the properties he has and check all of those.
Real quick, are we currently still outside? Is he getting that feeling from outside of the?
Yes, from outside of the thing.
But through a clear glass window. So
Through a clear glass window. And it's a business office. The threshold's basically nothing.
Well,
Also, just to
I
make
figured
sure-
that much. I was just wondering because I was like, from between, is it invisible now? No, it's not. Okay, there's just a wall in between them.
Yeah, no, there's two bookcases that line it. It's further inside, so from the angle they're at, they wouldn't be able to see in. Sorry.
He is not in the office, correct? I just want to make sure.
Correct. No,
of
yeah,
that.
correct. You did
Like,
notice
oh,
he is not in the
Oh,
office.
hey there.
Hey, what's going on there? Yes, no, he's not in the office right now. Busy doing other important things, obviously.
All right. Let's case the joint. In general, rather than just his
all
office
right.
specifically.
Let's look at a few more offices.
I'm gonna get out my mice, my mices,
The Mies?
the mice.
Okay. You are able to go ahead and roll for it, since now we're trespassing. Might as well
Okie
start making these things count.
Mm-hmm.
6 for the lore. Oh, hold on. I don't.
No, your lore is good.
I don't need to make a lore on that one.
That was enough power to power the whole thing now, so that's the good part.
Well, with a power that's significantly less.
What power did you put on?
Sorry, not significantly less. That's a 5 for. Sorry.
The roll
4
is-
for
It's
conviction.
worth less.
4 for conviction.
Okay.
And 2 for the discipline.
Ooh, okay. You are still needing more power and more control.
Okay.
So let's see how that works.
All right. Total of 9 for the power.
That should be enough to push you over the power side.
Total of 6 for the conviction.
All right, you have 3 backlash you can deal with. You can either take.
Sorry, math is difficult. Total of 5 for the conviction.
Okay,
So 4 backlash.
4 backlash. You can deal with it either by taking it or it can hit the surrounding area.
So how close are we to the building itself?
Close enough to see inside.
You can probably touch it.
Certainly could.
We'll do backlash. We'll do 4 points of outside. No, I'm not taking the damage. There we go.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what that's called. Oh, yeah, Fallout.
Fallout. There we go. That's
Back
the
in
word I
day,
was
we call
looking for.
that spitting distance. So
All right, we'll go ahead and do 4 damage worth of ink nonsense to the scene.
Are there any
I
cameras
will warn
near us?
you. Cameras near you?
Can
You
I
have to
ink
look.
the
It's a
cameras?
burglary check. That's a burglary check. You can't control your backlash that well, and you do remember that your backlash does usually come out as splotches of ink.
Okay.
If you would still like to take the fallout like that, you're welcome to, but it will probably leave some kind of mark.
Is there a dumpster near me? Like, would I have been able to set up near a dumpster? Like around back?
After the fact,
No,
That's
like
a fate point. I think
okay.
that's a fate
I'm
point.
gonna tag a fate point. I'm gonna use a fate point to say I set up
There we
near
go.
a dumpster. Appreciate
there we
that,
go.
Tim.
Much easier. The ink splatters harmlessly behind the dumpster. Who's gonna even notice that? I mean, who looks for ink? And also, it's like an office. There's probably plenty of ink everywhere. The mice go out and do their thing and show you a whole bunch of other offices as they run around. Nothing is particularly interesting outside of the personal effects of people who work in these offices. Different sports rivalries being played out between the offices. Some people just have pictures of their kids. Other people have a whole bunch of ridiculous wooden nonsense. Each of these people keeps an office, but nothing that you would recognize as overtly magical or,
Anybody leave a key card
a key card. Ooh.
or some
a
sort
good
of
point.
Access? Because
someone roll me a
I
luck
work in an
check.
office building. Lots
Yeah,
of
someone
people.
So go ahead and roll me a luck check.
I got you.
Never mind. No. No, they did not. Everyone was incredibly just super on the ball today, and they kept their key cards where no one can see them.
All right. Two other questions I'd like to ask. One, did they see any people in their scouting?
No people are in the building right now.
Okay. And 2, were they able to get into the office of what's his name?
John Smith.
John Smith.
No. The threshold is barely anything, but these are still magical creatures. They can't really just pop into buildings like that.
Okay. Well, there doesn't appear to be anybody near us, but I can't exactly get the mice through the threshold here. I don't know why I all of a sudden have an accent. I guess Austin.
It
You've
catches
Rub it
been
off
in
on
Georgia
me.
too long to kind of catch it,
Yeah.
You just hang out here for a while, you just catch it.
It'll infect you.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to get in here. Does anyone have any bright ideas? Without tripping an alarm?
Well, the first question is there an alarm like a security system?
Yes, that's a burglary check.
I can. Do you want to handle that? I got it. You don't.
I've got a little bit of burglary.
I only got a +1, so
I got
okay.
rid of my burglary like sessions and
So-
sessions and sessions
I'll roll
ago.
it because I haven't rolled anything yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you
fuck
haven't
it.
rolled anything, so let's let this one be on you if we screw up. And
Yep. Let's go for a plus. That's an equal sign +1. Dude, I did it.
There
Yeah.
we go. Colin notices that there is a security camera above the back door and the front door.
Well, we got cameras. I can web those things and have them not see for a while, and then the webbing will go away if we want. I could also web them to the side and try and make them like, change
Angled, yeah.
angle differently. But you think there's probably an alarm system on the doors here?
It seems like there would be.
Feels like a place, they got to be a little cautious about their things. There's either nothing of importance in here or there's an alarm system. That's what I'm thinking. I've played enough video
There
games.
could potentially be both.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely
Yeah,
could be
An
both.
alarm and nothing could be rough, yeah.
So we could either work quick or we could try and, now hear me out, kidnap Johnny.
No.
All right, fine.
How many times do we have to go through this? We're not
I'm telling
going
you,
to
we could get a
kidnap
key
him
card
unless we
real easily if we kidnap him. That's all I'm
absolutely
saying.
have to. So are all the doors accessed via keycard, or do some of them have standard issue locks?
Did I say key cards a while back? No, I mean,
Tim said key card, and now it's
Tim
got it in
said
our
key
brain.
card, and you just never corrected him. So
that's fair enough. Yes, they're all key card activated, I guess.
There we go.
Change the universe again.
I would like to attempt to draw
Here
up
we
a key
go.
card.
Oh my god.
There we go. This is going to be real tough. So we'll see what you can pull off.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So while he's doing that, Austin, you think you can get these cameras out of the way?
Yeah, you want me to gum them up? You want me to point them different
So-
directions? What are we thinking?
Well, if you could point him a different direction and then gum it up, that would probably be best. But
All right, so
Oh,
I'm going to
so-
spend some time while he's doing
I
that.
will point out,
actually, different direction.
if anyone's watching the camera, if they see it gum up, they might come check.
Yeah, exactly. That's the.
Whereas
All right, I will
whereas a
then-
change in direction might not necessarily draw as much attention.
All right, now, okay, so I had an image in my head last time when we discussed this. Is this door, camera looking down like this? Door here, camera looking like somewhere else? Like, what are we...
Okay, so the camera's on the same wall as the door, yes. Facing,
So here's the door, here's the camera looking down.
yeah, to the side, but yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like this.
Is there a way he
Yeah.
can approach
Okay,
the camera
I
and
just
get
wanna,
close
like-
enough to move it
I just
without?
want to hit it away like this, so it's not pointing at the door anymore. Can I do that?
Yeah. It's going to be a gun check.
I got that. We got these, hopefully. It is my best check. There we go. That's a 6.
There we go. That's a 6. You accomplished the task, yes. Now for the other one.
Another one. Let's do it.
And another one.
Another one.
Oh,
6.
speaking
Well-
of, we've lost our DM.
Wait. I did that all wrong. That's actually a 4 on that one.
Well, Kyle's not around. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Are we going to
Wait
have this
for
problem
it.
again?
There he is.
And we're back. I am so sorry. What the heck happened?
Hard to tell.
Colin rolled a 4 on the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, that succeeds as well.
Okay. As
They're both successfully pointing in different directions away
Okay.
from the things.
So as for the card, will it still fit in my lore of 10? My effective no roll of 10.
So it's going to be small. So we're going to keep with the one base. It's going to be intricate enough to fool a magnetic card reader. So we're looking at a +5 at least.
Okay, so that's a total of
And
6.
then, I mean, I'm not sure what to make it. I think we're gonna add deception to it
Okay.
because you're trying to deceive it. So we're going
All right.
to roll probably the rest of your lore stuff with deception.
Yeah,
because
we'll make it a
this is essentially
10.
what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You're just trying to lie to a door.
So that's
Which is a D&D. This is a D&D meme for everyone else who's aware. We're just gonna do it for real here because we've got magic.
So we're saying that this card is going to speak Dwarvish.
Speaking Dwarvish, that's right. We finally did it. We lied to a door.
All right.
All right. Let's put together the magic.
All right. So this is for the conviction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to roll all my conviction until I get to
Sure.
get to the 10. So that's 1 roll. Two rolls at 7. 3 rolls at
That's
9.
a 9. And enough to power the spell. You have 4 turns to roll the right amount of discipline.
So I have 4 turns to roll a 13 on discipline.
Yep.
Not plus 47.
That was
Building helpful.
So we're at 5.
2 down.
We're at 5.
Hate to see it, Bob.
We're at 10.
Hey, 10. One more try.
At least 3.
I'll take the
Hate to see it,
I'll take the
Bob.
point of mental on that one.
All right. Backlash is taken here, but you do have an effective key card capable of lying to the door.
Here's a
Anyone want to
question.
do the honors?
Will it make it through the threshold?
Will
Since
the
it's-
card make it through the threshold?
Yes, or will it
That's
only work
certainly
for the
something you gotta
outside
figure
door?
out. You'd have to talk to a threshold expert, or possibly, just give it a
Try
shot.
it out.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm so, guys. I got a key card.
All right.
That's
But
pretty
it might
amazing. Can't
only
lie.
it might only get us through the outside door. If it's anything like the mice, it can't go through the threshold.
All right, well. It'll get us through the threshold, though, so that's all that really matters, I think. So let's do this. I mean, you drew it. You swipe it.
Swipe.
All
it.
right. The card swipes to the door. A little green light flashes on the machine, and you should know that the door is now unlocked for the next 10 seconds.
Hey, that actually worked.
Wait, open it.
I say as I'm opening the door. I was miming opening the door. You just can't see because my hands are
Okay.
too low.
Hands are missing.
All right. Immediately upon opening the door, you start hearing a beeping noise.
Oh, dear God.
Burglary.
Do I notice a where that's
We
coming
can
from?
we can do what is it?
Alertness.
Alertness, or you can do burglary.
All right, I'll go ahead and do alertness.
Ref, Colin, want to try burglary?
Sure. I sure do.
Excuse me.
+1.
I was going to tag cool under pressure.
You're gonna need to. So
Yeah.
yeah, Austin did not land that one as well.
So
We're gonna
that,
tag cool under pressure. Go ahead and spend that fate point.
yeah, does
You
the two,
do notice a teeny tiny little what is it? The lock thing.
Keypad?
The
panel
yeah.
keypad.
keypad. That's where the bright lights are flashing from.
All right. So I'm gonna try this thing that I've heard about, but I've never actually tried myself. I'm gonna see if I can't short it out with mana static.
There we go. Mana static. You're going to put up a little bit of power to see if you can't kill it. So let's start building up some power until you have enough to knock it out.
All right. My character sheet. Conviction.
Conviction. All right. You start to see the thing whine a little bit more rather than making that beeping noise. A little bit more power should do it.
How about a lot
Yeah.
of more power?
It absolutely shorts out, and just you see a small line of smoke just like pouring out of the machine.
Well, that works.
All right.
Probably.
Security breached and alarm system destroyed. You guys are in the building of Rolls Gold Property Management.
I will say I like, Tim, how we are polar opposites, kind of, on the spellcaster scale.
Oh yeah. Yes, I fully intended it that way. I bring a lot of power to bear. And,
That's right. We're gonna.
Sometimes things happen.
My spells are
Things are.
very slow. I'm trying to control them. You're very much.
Blow it
Yep.
up.
Anyhow,
All right.
Yeah, let's.
Well, his
little
office is this way if we want to go to
Does the
that
key
first.
card make it through?
The key card does not make it through it. It evaporates at the door.
Oh, now I got
All
ink
right.
all over my hand.
Yep. Gross.
So yeah, let's hit his office first. So that's the most important one.
Right?
Okay, we enter back into the gold-laid office. Everything is covered in gold pieces. To the magic users in the room, go ahead and roll me a awareness.
I think my
rough.
awareness is a +1. Let me make sure on that. Alertness is a +2 for me. Let's go. Got a 2.
There we go. With your keen eye, you notice that things are not what they appear. All of these gold pieces are not tacky gold plating, but solid gold objects. He has just, like, if you were to make an estimate based off the room, if you were to run a classic D&D appraisal check, this man has several $1 million worth of stuff in his office right now. All of these teeny tiny trinkets, any one of them could be worth a great amount of money on the black market, or the real market. Who knows you stole it?
Am I getting a Medusa to stone kind of vibe, or am I getting, I guess,
Yeah,
like a
this would be
King Midas
Midas.
kind of vibe?
Yeah, this would be Midas, but no, you're not getting. This is not a man who has turned things into gold. This is a man who has found and purchased a bunch of solid gold objects.
It's
Okay.
accumulated a lot of gold.
So I'm usually tight on cash. I don't know how bad. You think he'll go notice if this little thimble goes missing or something like that? Because I mean, like, I could use it. If you're telling me this is solid gold.
Well, I think from what we've learned about him, he knows about details. He'll notice something missing.
The devil
Yeah.
is in those details. Am I right?
Finally,
Anyway,
actually got it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got it.
that's
I did it.
pretty
All
much
right,
it.
we
got
win.
it.
Let's wrap up. I'm out of here.
All right, game over. That was all we want to teach Colin how to do is.
It's
say
literally
idiot.
this whole campaign was just called "Devil is in the Details." All right. Well, there's a bookcase back here, and if I know anything about a bookcase, is if you pick the right book, it's going to move and open the secret room that you're looking for. So I'm going to start just.
Hold on.
Moving
Before he
books.
does that, is the bookcase against an exterior wall or an interior wall?
It's against an interior wall, but there was a door right before you got to this office, so you're pretty sure that's where the interior wall goes to. But
I'm gonna stop, Austin.
I almost found it.
There's literally a hallway on the other side of this bookcase.
Right, but isn't there some kind of magic you think that could make like a special room or some kind of?
Maybe.
No, I don't know much about magic. I mean, you're the guy. You guys are the magicians
they-
here. I don't know what to tell you.
Generally, a portal to the Never Never is opened, not bookcased.
Well, you said general. We don't know quite how powerful M is yet, so who knows?
Do,
Who
do
knows
we
what his portal
do
is?
we see a
But,
copy of what was that book we gave him?
the old man in the
Midas.
sea. No.
No, King
No,
Midas
it was-
No,
and,
King,
other
King
fables.
Midas and his mini stories or something along those lines.
And
Yeah.
other fables.
There we go. King Midas and other fables.
King Midas and Other Fables is it's sitting in his bookshelf. Colin would have tried to move
It's one
it.
of the ones that I.
I'm gonna see what he put inside it.
Still unused. There is nothing inside it just yet.
Also, I want this to be known. I wasn't knocking books off. It was like a tilt.
Just
Yeah.
tilting.
Yeah, tilt
Yeah.
books. Okay, I thought that's everyone kind of got that, but I wanted to be sure that I'm
In
not
case anyone's
making
wondering,
that.
anyone who hasn't seen Scooby-Doo in the past, this is Colin was pulling a Shaggy Doo. Shaggy
Yes.
Doo?
Right.
Shaggy
Yeah.
Norval Roberts.
Yeah.
All right, Shaggy, go check for safes or
Shaggerus.
something.
Before we do that, computer on the
Yeah,
desk,
that's
maybe?
more
Yes,
what I'm
there is
looking
a computer on the desk.
Did he leave it unlocked?
You want to give me a fate point for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
For.
Leave it
Wanna give me a
unlocked.
point for it?
Yeah, I mean, he
I bet-
doesn't seem like the kind of guy who thinks anyone would break in. No, I mean, no one would be
Foolish enough.
foolish enough to.
I
And he's
think,
got plenty of security. Come on.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could probably guess his password. It's probably like solid gold or something like that.
Son of a bitch.
Midas Man.
I'm the best. 24 karat.
Yeah,
The
24
absolute
karat
best.
is definitely the one.
Yeah.
It's just I'm a fiddle player.
I kind of want to
who
lock it and
underscores.
find out if it's 24 karat now.
24
Because I feel like
karat.
that's definitely it.
I done told you once.
And I've told you once. Oh my god.
or if we
So, yeah.
really want to have fun with him, we can change his password to 24 karat.
Well, the real
Yeah.
question is, actually, we probably can't because it probably requires administrator privileges, which you would have to input the password for, even if it is already logged in. Anyhow,
well, if we were to guess it, we could change his password.
laptop or desktop?
Desktop.
Okay. Yeah. Anything open aside from the computer?
The end of his day, he was spending. I mean, he had like a weird Excel spreadsheet that had a bunch of names on it. You don't understand what that was, and it's like thousands and thousands of columns.
Column,
Rows. Yeah, it's just thousands of rows down. Like literally, like you could just scroll for a solid minute before finding the end of it.
And it's
Looks like
literally
names.
just names.
Just names. No addresses, no numbers, no nothing else.
Search is
Literally
like
just a series of
Control
names.
7 or Control F7 or something like that for search.
Control F.
Control F? Yeah, I'll Control F and type in my name.
Oh, your name pops up.
Huh. Is there any kind of information?
No, it is literally just a list of
names?
names.
Is it a
Yeah,
color-coded
sure.
list?
I'm going to Control F and type in Romain's name and then, sorry, I keep wanting to
Dev.
say Dev.
No,
Dev name.
neither of their names show up.
Interesting.
All right. Is there a printer in the office?
Is there a printer in the office? Yes, there is.
Control
Already
P.
hooked up because obviously that's
Control
how
P.
that works. Yeah.
We'll search this
We're
later.
printing this list. We'll sort through it.
Obviously, the initial printout gave you a terrible, awful way to section it out. You couldn't see anything, so you had to move it
Control
through
P.
and change the margins.
That's
All right, now you have a nice, clean
like
list
4
of
columns on a page, or
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
printing sections on a
Sets of
page.
rows. Yeah. So now you have a nice, simple sheet you can read. It's a one sheet with all 1,000 names on it. They're a little small, but I think you'll be all right.
So now that we're while we're still at the computer, have the search function going. How far down on the list is Mr. Cash?
Mr. Cash was 215,
So about a quarter of the way down.
give or take.
All right.
Is it? And it's not an alphabetical order, is it?
No, not alphabetical.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to search for Elder Cash.
Elder
Yeah.
Cash?
Yeah.
Elder
Clifford.
Cash is one of the grayed out names that is at the bottom.
Okay.
Ooh.
Roughly how many names are grayed out?
You could not count.
Babe.
Not in
sorry,
any
like,
reasonable amount of time.
Looking
No, no,
at
like
looking at the printed out list, about what percentage are grayed out?
oh, I didn't think you put the grayed out part of the list.
Did
that
we?
would be pages more of information.
Okay, gotcha.
The non-grayed out names make up for something like a tenth of the total names.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Like something like that along those lines. All right.
Yeah.
So the question is this his hit list? Because I feel like this is his hit list.
No, it's a shit list,
It's
and you're
definitely
pretty
a
close
shit
to the
this
top.
guy.
Well, is there an email program open or anything like that?
None that you can see, but Outlook is right there on the desktop.
Cool.
Well,
I'm gonna do.
Wait, would it be?
No.
Yeah, it's 2000. They got Outlook.
Okay. Sure. They've got Outlook. Gonna
Mom
open
has Outlook on the thing, but I know other people don't like you have to search for your email. It's a whole.
Gonna open Outlook. Also going to open Netscape Navigator. And,
Netscape Navigator, of
Old
course.
school.
And,
No, that's brand new. That's the
it's
fresh off
2000.
the mark at
Yeah.
this point.
That
He
kind of dates
clearly
this.
uses the most cutting edge software, and so Netscape Navigator would be his choice.
Oh, hold on.
He'd have to.
So he wasn't using AOL?
In the year 2000? Come on. He's not here for a startup. He's trying to use something proven, effective. Netscape Navigator, the greatest Netscape Navigator out there.
No, I mean for his email.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
Yeah.
what would he be using even in
It
2000?
probably would be AOL.
An
back in
AOL? Yeah.
yeah.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Hotmail account. Is that too late?
Yeah.
That might be too late.
I think that's
Man,
too early.
Yeah, I think it's too
all
early
of-
for Hotmail. It could
all
be
of
like a
these
Bell
2000s
South
are-
Or, yeah.
or Comcast. Is Comcast around then?
I don't think
Maybe.
so.
Because it
even.
could be like a provider's email. Anyway,
Bell South would
continue.
be the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bell in general. Been around forever. Anyway, where were we at? Oh yeah, Netscape Navigator is open. You are definitely within the computer.
Outlook launched in 1996 as Hotmail, so it was Hotmail.
Huh.
Oh.
There we go. You open up his Hotmail account. You see his golden boy at hotmail.com.
Yeah. All right.
What are we searching for in the
So-
email?
First up, browser history.
Browser history. Okay. Depends on
Good thing this is an office, because otherwise that might be a dangerous thing to look up.
The most recent things he's been shopping. He also looked up information on the estate for the estate sale. He has done a lot of research on homes in the area and one search for the house that Austin Cash used to live in. If you look at the timing, it's about a little after the time that Austin himself showed up in the office.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. Nothing too crazy. Email.
Email. What are we looking for here?
Someone titled M or starting with the name M. Letter M. A name starting with the letter
That
M.
will probably get you thousands of hits.
Right.
Does he have folders, or does he just leave everything in one?
He leaves everything in one like an animal.
That's what I do.
I was about to say,
Jesus
this is a very, very old man, relatively speaking.
Okay.
They generally don't.
So,
We're lucky he had
So
an
I'm-
email.
I'm going to scroll down to when we came to the office yesterday,
About that time.
and about that time in his sent folder, and then his received as well. But
There we go. You do look for the right period of time for anyone with the initial M, and really anybody he's emailing at the time. But all of his emails seemed very kind of boring. All of them, like mailing out like contractual agreements between people. He was handling a few things before he handed them off to an associate to take care of them for him because he didn't want to do it. You saw him. He's emailed a friend of his. He can go meet it for lunch. But no M initial for that one. If you want me to make up a name, I can. Adam Smith. Not related, even though that neither of those are their last names.
Was that lunch for later in the day, or is it coming up soon?
The lunch coming up soon. Yeah, he's got it set up for Friday at noon. Today is Wednesday. Well,
Gotcha.
now it's Thursday.
I'm gonna look for something about quotas.
Quotas. The word quota shows up plenty of times in the email stuff, but it is him handing out quotas to other people as a boss, trying to make sure other people hitting their marks. Nothing that implies that he has quotas he's got to fill from this end.
and then searching for Austin Cash.
Austin Cash. Austin Cash made a few mentions in emails, but they are throughout the several-year period since Austin Cash's father passed away. He tried to email Austin about purchasing and keeping on with the house, but was unable to reach him or unable to come to an agreement. He attempted to speak about, he tried to place a rent lien against any property he owned, but Austin owns no useful property. So that didn't really pan out all that well. And then finally, Austin Cash's name shows up in what's the phrase? I'm trying to remember if this is a thing that would have happened. So I probably will choose not use it, but some kind of email automation system that places him into a specific category inside of an Excel spreadsheet. This might be too late. I can do that on my computer, but it's 2020 over here. So those are the only three places he showed up.
They probably would have had them back then, but it probably would not have been particularly well streamlined.
It also could have just been sent to an intern of some kind who is forced to do dumb things like data entry.
Okay, so while they were going through the computer, can I walk around the office and see if there are any other offices that are specifically protected more than other offices?
No, none of the offices are protected more than any other office, aside from John Smith's, obviously.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I imagine M would be also similarly protected if he was here.
Yeah.
We're kind of drawing blanks here. I guess I'll go back into the room. We seem to be drawing blanks here, guys. I don't know what you guys found on the computer, but
Well, I've got one more thing that we might want to try.
it's the books.
No, it's not the.
Hey, Colin, roll me a luck check real quick.
I don't have luck. Is it just +0?
No one
it's
has
just
luck.
just a +0. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're gonna do dumb things, I might as well give. No, never mind. You do nothing useful.
All right.
Colin fumbles a book to the floor. Nuts.
Time to do the one final thing that I know is in the room.
He's got an office phone, right?
That was not what he was referring to, but yes, he does have an office phone.
That's not where I was going with that.
I'm going to #1 to redial, unless he's got a redial button. Redial the last number he called.
At 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. The phone rings 5 or 6 times before a man's voice picks up. The hell do you want, John? It is 3 in the goddamn morning. Is there an issue with the contract?
Oh, I'm
Hello?
sorry. I didn't realize it was so late over there. I'm an associate of John's.
Over where? We are both sitting in Atlanta, Georgia, unless your office has moved.
I'm sorry. I'm
just gonna click the button.
Jesus Christ.
Did I recognize the voice?
No.
No.
Did Dev recognize the voice? Is the real question.
No, none of you recognize the voice. It,
Okay.
as best as you can tell, would be a random client of John's.
Cool. The safe that he put his fiddle in.
There we go.
What?
On top of, mounted on the wall in a glass safe with some extra thick glass, so it can be seen, but also can't be touched. There is a golden fiddle. Those of you with special magic eyes can activate them to see that it is a solid gold fiddle. If you activated your magic eyes, you'd also have to learn a whole bunch of other information. I'm inviting you to do so.
I will activate my magic eyes.
I can't
There,
activate my
take a
magic
fate.
eyes.
Look with your special
Tyler,
eyes.
Tyler, go ahead and take a fate point for that, because I was being a little facetious. Let's go for it.
Is this my brand?
Yeah.
My brand.
My brand.
Best commercials.
Solid time, yeah. I mean, if anyone's looking for like a 10-year-old commercial, it's the one. Okay, so to open up your site, we're going to go ahead and first do a lore check to figure out what you learn.
Yep. Oop. That's a 5.
Okay.
I
was like,
accidentally
wow.
fat fingered the intern instead of the plus.
Yeah, I was like, man, I didn't think you could do that roll. A -5. I didn't think it was possible. All right, so we
Oh,
from a 5.
You misunderstand the amount of bad luck I have.
That's true. Let's go ahead and roll your discipline to see if you can keep yourself from going crazy.
I actually hit the plus this time.
There we go.
I
you
get a
got-
4.
Okay. Now you got 1 point to deal with if you'd like.
So this is still mental damage, and I can't fall this out, correct?
No, you have to. Well, yes, you cannot fall it out. You have to take it within you. And if you do fail, you can't close your sight until you have not failed.
I'm gonna have to take my 2-track on this.
Okay.
So that's happening. And then I will.
All right, your sight is still open. Let's first learn what you learned first, and then we'll see if you go crazy.
Okie dokie.
First things first, you open up your sight and you see a solid gold fiddle. When you look at the bow and everything, these are, I mean, it's not 24 karat gold. This is not going to lump in the sun. It's not going to be smashed when you brain someone with it. Whatever kind of gold it is, it does not look like it's natural gold.
Magic gold.
Hell gold.
Hell's gold. Yes, obviously Hell's gold, a little bit more
Also
durable.
known as fool's
I was
gold.
gonna say, could it potentially be fool's gold?
It is not fool's gold. It is some kind of gold, but
Oh,
you know,
shit,
it's
Austin's
also
dead?
different in structure.
Yeah, full gold actually looks not a lot like gold once it's like put into something. It looks
Yeah.
very much like a rock. So
That is correct. That being said, when it's in a rock, it fools miners very well.
yes.
The violin pulls you deeper in with itself. Let's roll another lore check, see what we learn.
Another 5.
Okay. Discipline.
5.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Now you can close your sight now if you'd like.
Well, do I learn something else with the?
You do
with
learn
this roll?
something else.
Okay.
You learn. You basically followed its owner around for the past couple hundred years. Starting in reverse chronological order, you've seen him make a series of deals playing this fiddle. Person after person after person. You can get from your comic book sense, obviously, the ending of all of these stories. These are people who made trades for great wealth, power, riches, abilities in some kind of aspects, and then wound up vastly regretting them when it was finally time to pay the price.
Kind of a monkey's paw situation, right?
Less of a monkey's paw situation, more like the natural way that making deals with the devils gets you. At some point in time, the payment is due, rather than the wish itself being corrupted on you.
Gotcha. So, is it always regretted, or is there someone at some point?
Yeah, when Satan drags your soul to hell, you always regret that one. I
Okay.
mean, there are very few people who have been like, yeah, that was totally worth magic powers for 20 years.
Okay.
And as you continue to look through time and everything, you finally go back to the very first instance of young man named Johnny playing a fiddle against the devil who was using the golden fiddle, and you finally hear the devil's song, and you know what? It was better. I'm sorry. Like, you heard it. You all heard it. And I am the DM, and I'm telling you right now, it was the better song. I think the Band of Demons helped out. It was something about the harmonies, but it was just a better piece.
But you know, a deal's a deal, and if you added a backup band, that's not the deal.
That's a true fact. I mean, that's exactly what happened here.
Didn't say who could play a better song; it's who's the better fiddler.
Exactly.
I will say the song of the devil was better, but Johnny did fiddle significantly better.
And you guys are all having great fun, but I'm also going to give you the conversation because I think it's also great fun. At the very end of the fiddling competition, the devil goes ahead and lays down the fiddle at Johnny's feet, knowing that he'd, of course, been beat. So I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do the whole song. I'm joking. Yeah, he hands Johnny the fiddle, and Johnny goes ahead and gets his first power-up. As he rises up the bow, fire flies from his fingertips. The transfer of power is complete. There are some magical aspects to this fiddle when played. And, of course, the last thing you learn is that Johnny terribly regrets this decision he made as well, but there's something you can't quite see with your current amount of sight into the violin. Some other great secret that you should probably learn.
I will look
But
harder.
I'm just gonna make it insane. I'm just trying to make his character insane. Just constantly force him to open his sight.
That's another 5.
You got a 15 of like sight related stuff here, and a 6.
And a
You
6.
made it. I thought
Lock
I
it down. Lock it
That's
down.
what I
Royal.
get. That's what I get. That's what I get. Okay, so the final piece of information is 20 years after the fiddling contest. Johnny finally goes to die. It was the distant past. People died in their 50s. It happened. He was gathering up all of his family, children, grandchildren that never existed because he was actually kind of a bitter old man. Once you go around telling every single person you're the best it's ever been, they stop hanging out with you, like, in general. Johnny died a lone man, surrounded by riches, of course. He was a man obsessed with gold. And then, as things were coming to a close, and Johnny was about to die, one person enters the room.
Is it XX? Lord Death XX?
Oh. No. He has
him.
no power here. The devil walks back in the room. The devil from before, in the same outfit. Because to him, 20 years is basically nothing. He comes in and starts to collect Johnny's soul, who protests, saying that I won the bet, you son of a bitch. And I was the best that's ever been. The devil laughs and lets him know that pride is a mortal sin. You've doomed your immortal soul. And you've never repented, not once in your entire life. So you are mine. And he takes Johnny by the hand. What you learn after that, since you rolled a 5, and I can't keep on keeping these secrets away from you with all these amazing sight rolls, the last thing you finally learn is that Johnny was offered a job. The fiddling contest is a trap. Either way, you lose your soul. That's just how it works. Winning the contest gets you a job offer. Johnny has been collecting souls for the devil for the past like 300 years or so. Basically the entirety of America. And kind of before it as well. All of those myths about the devil on the crossroads offering you great guitar skills. That's Johnny.
Holy cow. So Johnny's responsible for the ghostwriters, what I'm hearing.
Yes, he is, directly. That's why he chose Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I'm going to close my site, go back to the list. Look for Nick Cage.
He's on the grayed out list, yes.
Wait, is Nick Cage dead in this universe?
No?
No.
I think I know what this list is, guys.
Oh,
So what you guys see is you see me go run over to the computer, quickly start typing and go, I'm in. Sorry, no. I think I know what this list is.
I'm in.
I'm in.
What is it?
Mr. Smith.
What is it?
Mr. Smith is actually, well, I'm sure you've put this together by now, Austin, is actually Johnny from The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Right, yeah, we figured that out.
Just wondering, has that song been published?
I don't know, probably.
Is Charlie...
That
song was...
2000, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering if in this alternate universe he had said, hey, that song's not getting published.
No, he definitely would have published that song.
Is Charlie Daniels on this list?
1979. Certainly been released, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew the song had come out by then, but I didn't know if it was in this universe.
Hell, Primus had already covered it by then.
Primus had already covered it by then, yes.
Yeah, it was 98.
There we go. Let's see.
Is Charlie Daniels on this list?
Charlie Daniels is not on this list.
Okay. So he just...
That one came organically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this list is the list of souls he's been charged to take.
Charged to take? So, like, you're going to make a deal with him and he's going to take your soul, so he wants my soul, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
You're part of the quota.
Man, I feel like I could offer him a deal that would be pretty bad for him then. Like, you could have my soul if you come on down to a good old library in Orlando, maybe. Anyway,
That could be fun.
That could be a fun time because I feel like, a friend of a friend is an enemy or something like that. I don't know. Devil's in the details or something.
We lost it again. Okay.
You were there. You were there.
We can't end the session yet, guys. Sorry. End the campaign yet. By the end. Last boss is just use this sentence. Use this sentence.
It's going to be like the Fable 2.
The last boss is just, the devil is in the blank. A,
the devil is in the
details.
Blank. God damn, what does this mean?
A, details.
Who are you?
B.
Ghost Rider had
The files are in the computer.
Ghost Rider with Nick Cage did not come out until 2007, so that is a reference that is anachromatic. Nope.
Well,
Not sick.
with the amount of movies he's
It
been
is
in,
achromatic.
I'm sure.
Anachromatic. I'm pretty sure I've heard it both ways.
So just because he's not the Ghost Rider yet, doesn't mean he didn't sell his soul for his acting talent.
Also true. Or his immortality. We haven't figured either one out yet.
Yeah.
So,
Any number of things.
uh, so, well, we've learned quite a bit, but we still don't know nothing about M. Wait,
It's rough.
No, we know something about M, brother.
unless is that the person charging him with getting the souls? Is M the devil?
I think M might stand for
No.
Mephistopheles.
Yeah.
Who's
Now we've got the
Mephistopheles?
devils in here. Yeah, I knew you weren't gonna get that one. It's okay.
Isn't that
Oh,
the cat from that one musical?
That's right. That's the musical with the what's the title of that one? It's like
Shit, it's the one with all the cats.
yeah, the one with all the cats. It's like
Yeah,
Lion
it's like a
King.
cat,
Lion
it's sort of-
King.
That's the one.
Yeah, clearly.
so I've not actually seen Cats, so I didn't get that reference until.
Yeah, haven't seen it either.
Yeah, there's been two literary references to the name Mephistopheles. One was a devil, and the other one was a cat.
Huh.
Or or as the joke goes, one was a devil, and the other one was a closet. Anyway, that is likely who M relates to. You guys can probably just go ahead and have that nice little bit for free.
Yeah.
Go ahead and also take another aspect that you know about John Smith. You're gonna go ahead and take Band of Demons.
Band of Demons.
Originally, all of his aspects were going to be lyrics of the song, but then I thought, well, that was way too quick. They're going to understand in a minute. I can't get any of these out. So I changed all of them to different ones. This would have been like right in the middle of his like Nick Cage goes crazy thing. Vampire's Kiss,
Yeah.
right in there. Sure.
Get off
100%.
Wikipedia, Kyle. Get
Sorry.
off Wikipedia.
I apologize.
Just looking at
Okay.
this devolved into a Nick Cage
Yeah.
conversation. Is he a genius? So what I'm picking up here is that to figure out what's going on with my parents, I need to fight the devil. What's going? I don't think.
All right, mate. So let's walk it back for a minute. Your dad's on that list, right?
Yep.
So he made a deal
With the devil.
with Johnny,
There's-
With
or
John.
the devil through Johnny. What
Yeah.
deal did he make? That's the question.
You've got his
That does.
book, right?
No, that's the whole thing. We've been looking for the book.
Oh, I thought we
No.
found it. My bad.
Also,
I thought we
the
found
book
it.
is not in the book is also not in the office. No one specifically asked for it, but I would have told you if you ran across.
Yeah,
the book.
I just didn't think it
Yeah.
would be, or
I
I would
was
have
about to
known
say,
much sooner.
considering how much we've gone through this office and its bookcases, I imagine we might have found it.
All right. Well, you guys do not have the book just yet, but you guys are on to a great point. Dev just pointed you out that you don't need the book if you can figure out what the contract was.
Yes, but how do we start figuring those out?
We
Is
don't
his mom on the list?
No.
That is a good question. Okay.
His mom is not on the list.
We don't need the book to figure out what the contract was.
We can just talk
When
to
we can-
him.
Well, I was going to say, we did talk to both of the sides of the contract last session.
Mhm.
Oh, so we can just ask him. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
good solid point there.
We-
Man, I thought that would be quicker. I'm so sorry.
So, how's about we go back to the house?
All right, well,
Dude, Romain can do his little necromancy voodoo thing.
Not
We can chat
necromancy.
with your dad real quick, and
can we change this guy's password to like Austin was here or something like that?
You do not have his initial password. You tried to get into the system, and they asked for his old password, so you can type in the new one, and you are
24 karat. That work?
no, it does a little shaky thing and says no.
Damn
I
it.
will the ink on my hand, put it on the glass of the case.
And I'm going to take the power cord to his desktop.
Nice. Okay. Petty
And I'm gonna take a
Desktop.
whiz. No, I'm just kidding.
petty vandalism, petty theft, and whatever Colin's gonna do. Aside, you guys are in and out of the building with, total stealth.
Hey, you got to stick it to the man, bruv. You got to stick it to the man.
Hey, I can't argue with that in any kind of way.
Wait. Can I write down the address of a Nazi? Like, just on a note card, stick it to the computer.
I can't personally see a reason why you couldn't.
Yep. The library. Just that address, and it's just going to say basement. And I'm just going to stick it on there. And that's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to head out.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a Nazi a big snack. This feels like it'll be a big snack.
I mean,
I might get superpowers. I don't know what I'm going to get from this guy if he goes. But I'm going to get something good.
Something all right. All right. I'm like, and Tyler, you can't facepalm. You were the one that put your fingerprints on the glass.
Yeah.
You have pure fingerprints there. You are literally.
I imagine
trackable
we would be wearing gloves. Like, we're intending on rifling through shit. We have enough people here who would know to wear gloves.
That's
I
fair,
have
right?
broken into place. That's true.
I
True
can't-
I
facts.
have
Yeah.
broken into places. That's true.
I have also broken into
You guys
places.
wear
That's
your
also
gloves.
true.
Okay, yeah, you guys were wearing gloves, and you only left a weird handprint.
Inky glove print.
Inky glove
Just so
print.
that he knows that we were there.
He'll know you stole his desktop cable, and
Yeah.
Colin left him a note.
Well, no, I will say
Anyway.
I did this before either of them did that, so...
Okay. All your petty vandalism is accounted for, and we'll have a fun scene in the morning where John goes into his office and is like, "What the hell?" But we'll see when that comes. So are we gonna go back to talk to Austin's father?
Oh, yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
All right. We're going to go ahead and skip the spell casting part since we are now still no longer in a place where we're running away. We're not in a high tense situation.
Do my
we're
stresses
now
clear?
approaching.
Do my stresses clear? My mental stress?
Your stress is no. We're all dealing with the same scene still.
Okay.
And also, it is now approaching 5 o'clock. You got about 30 minutes before the sun comes up. Anyone who is a necromancer might remember that will evaporate a ghost entirely.
So we got about 5 minutes?
30. You have 30
30.
minutes.
Sorry, I don't know where I got probably 5 in the morning.
5 a.m. 30
Yeah, 5
minutes.
a.m. You got about 30 minutes before the sun comes up. But anyone who has an atlas on them, you can get the direct number. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, can't say I carry an atlas with me.
Dumb.
No almanac here.
No almanacs.
So
Okay.
did he summon the ghost already? Is it here or what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Austin.
Yeah, Dad. So we've learned
No,
a
hold
couple
on.
of things.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is before the summoning.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Austin,
Yeah.
if you want to have a conversation with him, it's going to have to be short, or we're going to have to wait until tomorrow night.
All we need to.
If the sun were to come up while we have him summoned, it could potentially kill him forever.
Okay, so chop. We'll do real quick. Get in and out.
All right, you got 30 minutes. Humana.
The clock is set. All right.
Dominoes. You get 30 minutes.
You have until
takes his-
sunrise. Humana.
He takes his time getting into the circle. He's already been called once tonight. This is getting exhausting.
So, Dad, we don't got a lot of time here. We're gonna have to cut to some points. We've learned a lot. We do know who Johnny is, but we do need to know what the deal you made was.
It was your mother. I had no chance with her. There's no way around it. I mean, knowing what she is, they have too much control over us. But I fell in love from afar, and I had to make any deal I could. By the time Johnny had approached me, I He'd offer me all kinds of weird stuff with money and power, fame, weird things. They just don't apply to me. But love, that made sense. Didn't turn out like I thought it would. You can't make someone love you, not even with magic. But I won. I won her. I don't know. Every day of my life, well, afterlife, I regret that decision. Because, you know, hell sucks. Sorry, he didn't say it that way.
Pardon me, Mr. Cash. Real quick, Dev here, Meta Austin's. Just out of curiosity, shoot, I lost my train of thought there. When'd you make this deal? And how did he find you? That was my real question. How did he, get to you in particular?
So, I was doing a lot of traveling. This would have been back 5-6 years before Austin would have been born. Which places us nebulously into the 70s, I think. Back when the song would have come out. Yeah. Either way, I was just traveling down some old roads back in the Kennesaw area. Back then, there wasn't really anything going on. There's kind of a burgeoning school kind of approaching some kind of notoriety over there. But back then, in the 70s, nothing was going on. Either way, I was traveling down some of the roads, just going down the cornfields, just trying to find myself something to do. And he approached me from out of the corn. It was pretty scary. A couple of years later, we would have seen a movie about Children of the Corn, and it was less scary at that point because I'd already seen the real thing. But man, that was the thing. So he comes up to me. He comes playing his fiddle, and he's just telling me all this information about how he knows what I want in life. And then he was wrong like 5 times in a row. He offered me money and power and gold and fame, and I just didn't care about any of those things. And finally, he mentioned love, and like, I don't know. He's an idiot. He's just running around asking people questions for stuff. I didn't think he had any power to do it. So I spoke the name of your mother after having met her one time. And he said it was done. And the price would be paid in 20 years. Right on your 18th birthday, where we get? He comes back. A little bit late, but come to collect.
So, wait, is it him that killed Mom, or what happened?
Oh, I don't know what happened to your mother. I literally spent my entire life trying to figure it out. He came in, took me down to hell, and then lit the house on fire.
I see. Well, I guess that answers one question at least.
Mr. Cash.
Yeah, he's looking at you now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you still feel a connection to what's your mother's name, Austin?
It's like Diane or June.
Do you still feel
Diane,
a connection to June tugging at you right now?
No. Should I be feeling one?
I tried to talk to her like I talked to you, but
Well, I'm a mess. I always went out of where I'm staying at. I don't want to be sticking around at home. I'm pretty sure she's got the good deal. Wherever she's at, she's probably in charge.
Yeah, speaking of that, you mentioned last time that June was always the one who dealt with Johnny and Mr. M when it came to
for the
house.
business property stuff. When we got the house, she was the one to deal with the stuff. I didn't want to talk to him again.
I see. Why'd you go to them for the house?
Well, they're a property management agency. I didn't have a lot of options. I'm not exactly a rich man. I probably should ask for money. Then I would have to deal with him again, but I had my mindset.
I see.
All right, so you said you spent your whole life figuring out or what happened to Mom. Do you have any leads before we run out of time here?
I mean, you've heard about the Black Court vampires, right?
Yep. Fought a
Oh,
couple
where-
of them, actually.
Fought a couple of them. Are you joking?
Sure did. Not even joking it a little bit.
Jeez, all right. Well, they're your guys. From what I understand, I spent 2 years looking into it before my contract was up, and the Black Court vampires are the ones. There's some kind of grievance that they're upset about. Your mom mentioned it a few times, but I couldn't get involved in the court drama. Once you get involved in that kind of stuff, it gets crazy.
All right. Well, I guess I'll keep looking.
Well,
At least I know part of my past now. Well, good luck to you wherever you are, whatever's going on, where you reside.
It's hell, son.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was trying to beat around the bush there a little bit, but
Out of curiosity, Romain, you said that if he stayed up, summoned while the sun was coming up, he might die forever. Would that get him out of hell?
I don't
real
Roll
know.
me a
question.
theology check. Theology check. No, it was...
Can I make a lore check for that?
Yeah, you can.
make a good one.
It's another 5.
Sunlight will actually destroy a unprotected soul. So, all things being said, yeah, it's nothingness, but it might be a little bit better than hell.
Well, it would certainly get him out of hell permanently, but we'd never be able to talk to him again. You'd never be able to potentially see your new wife, or your old wife, your wife. Was that something you'd be willing to do?
To die? Well, yeah.
Can I make another lore check real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
To think about the repercussions of this and potentially getting the devil himself pissed at us?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 3 on that one.
The devil is notoriously unhappy with people for swindling him, but he gets swindled a lot, so, you might be able to pull this one off.
I'm saying if there's a chance that my dad doesn't have to go back to hell, I'm in. Sold. Sounds like a great plan.
All right, I'm gonna pull the 3 of them off to the side to where the ghosty boy can't hear us. Now,
Hey,
if
what's up, man?
if we do this, there's a good chance that Satan himself might quite literally raise hell
I mean,
to
Dev
get
already
back at
met
us.
the devil himself. I'm pretty sure. I mean, like,
No,
I feel
no,
like
no,
we're
no.
wading into these waters as it is. I'm
You've
not gonna
met
lie
the
to you.
devil's errand boy.
No.
No, I met M.
Johnny, he met M,
I met
the
M.
devil.
That's not the devil.
It's currently
I
what we
should
think,
clarify.
at least.
No, it's. I mean, yeah, I guess you guys don't exactly know. Not a confirmed fact. Fair enough.
We just suspect that he's, but
hmm
I mean,
So, I mean, like, that sounds kind of shitty, but at the same time, just imagine, like, your dad in hell, tortured forever. Feel like I'm willing to take the chances. No?
so you would risk potentially putting yourself in his place.
Well, I just won't make a deal with him. I don't know what to tell you.
That is a notoriously bad idea, but all right.
Pretty sure, I don't know about all this, but I'm pretty sure he's not my final boss. Anyway, I'm down.
Final boss.
All right.
Do you think this is some kind of game?
Everything's kind of a game, if you really think about it.
What is it? Some kind of role-playing game?
All
Have you
right.
ever played a video game? Everyone's got a final boss.
You know
whether
what?
it's death, whether it's a job.
I will.
I don't know if this is my final boss. I'm thinking some Black Court vampires are.
I
at
will
this
leave
point.
this choice up to your father.
All right.
What is the father's name again? I'm sorry.
Clifford.
Clifford.
Cliff.
Clifford the Big Red Cash.
Clifford the Big Red Cash.
It's a really accurate nickname. Very
Yeah.
red hair, if you can't tell.
Very red
All
hair.
right,
Yeah.
I'll turn back to the circle.
Old Cliff.
Clifford, I'll leave
Yep.
this up to you. I will release you from the circle, but continue to pour power into keeping you here. If you so choose, you can leave. and go back to the hell from whence you came. Or you can stay and go into the great nothingness when the sun rises.
I think I'll have to stay. Go sit with me, won't you, boy? He looks at Austin.
Sure will, Dad. Sure will.
Sure will. All right, the two of them spend about 30, well, at this point, 25 minutes kind of going over the last little bits of information they could possibly get. Just stories and information, nice things, your last minutes with your father. Before you hear a minor chord version of The Devil Went Down to Georgia's little lick, ding, 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 playing very slowly in a minor chord, showing you that the spell is obviously being broken. As the sun comes up, the ghost of your father starts to literally disappear. The sunshine itself, like creating holes into his spirit body. And by the time the sun fully comes up over the top of the horizon, he is kind of like sandblasted away. Like some kind of character, some kind of Spider-Man in some kind of movie where he gets erased by some kind of genocidal monster.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good, son. And he disappears into the wind.
Have a good one. You'll be missed. And then I'll walk away from the house.
Yeah, that's going to have to be what it is.
Quite literally resting in pieces now.
Wow.
Well, wherever it is he went, it's got to be better than hell, I imagine.
So, like, y'all coming back to the hotel now, or what? Because I'm not staying there for that.
He's like, I left. I'm not watching a ghost die.
I mean, well, I have to be there to...
moment between a father and son.
Yeah, he had to be there.
I have to be there to
He
give him power, but, like, I would be, like, away.
I say,
Okay.
I may be a bit of an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole.
Yeah, there was definitely moments where I like showed him my new superpowers of web. I like asked him if he like knew any good gun tricks or like any cool shooting tricks, you know.
He gives you a couple pieces of information.
Hey, Dad, can you show me some trick shots?
Wait, what?
He gives you some information that if you'd like to spend the points on it next time around, you are welcome to pick up another gun stunt or another thing like that when it comes like related to bounty hunting.
I'm gonna look into that.
He also thought your spider powers were super cool, and
They are.
that's pretty neat. Did you tell him where he got them from?
Sure didn't.
There we go. Well, no warnings from here.
What? You mean you didn't? That's not where you sent him? The basement of the New Orleans Public Library main branch?
Nope.
What?
Yeah. Get you out of hell, Dad.
Yeah, you're dead.
This is maybe worse. We'll find out. So yeah, I'll come back to the hotel room and be like, well, looks like we're about done with Georgia. I mean, I figured out everything I need to about my father's past. The book isn't really needed anymore. I know what happened to my dad, and it seems like Johnny and M, whoever this fellow is not responsible for what happened to my mom. I mean, while they did know her and knew of her, I don't think that they're the ones I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for either the white court group or the black court group or a mix of both to either attack one, learn from one. I'm not really sure. But I think my next steps are honestly the only black court vampires I know of are back in Nolans.
Yes, you do remember the two Black Court vampires you guys ran into, the ones that you met and had a nice conversation with. What's his
Bony
name?
Tony.
There's a Cartilage Anthony, Slender James. It's a good Bony Tony.
Cartilage Anthony.
Cartilage Anthony.
Bony Tony
was
and
also
Slim
taken.
Jim.
Bony Tony and Slim Jim living the good life somehow.
But before we get to that, you guys fought Black Court vampires?
Yeah.
Well, I shot some bullets at them. They also did a lot back to us. It was a pretty scary fight. I mean, we've fought some people here and there.
And
standing here, like today.
yeah,
now.
well, so we had a little bit of help from a friend of ours. You didn't have those at the time.
No, I'm here. I mean, like,
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
physical. I don't know what to tell you.
We had some help from a friend of ours. He kind of hits like a truck.
Oh, that
He
Victor
also could
fucker you've
take
been
the
talking
hit.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy honestly took down a giant by himself. It was pretty awesome. So he was pretty strong.
Speaking of, while we're here, guess where we get to go tomorrow?
Where?
Where?
You guys get to meet Brad's dad.
Brad's dad?
Yeah, you know, that firebug that you guys unceremoniously tried to murder.
And then you promised Dad that you'd visit his dad real quick.
Yeah.
Just at some point in time while you're in Atlanta.
I don't remember murdering Brad, but I remember a giant. Well, I didn't really remember the giant. I mean, I was mostly just webbing people left and right.
Don't worry.
Those people you were webbing left and right and left to die.
I mean, they wouldn't die. They were just webbed. The web will go away. They might get arrested.
Well, Brad was one of them, and I haven't seen him since then, so...
And also, you guys do remember that I did make Svengar a load-bearing boss. He took down the building with him.
Well.
Yep, haven't seen Brad, or Janet, or Rocky, or Raph, any of them.
Well,
Damn it,
okay, so
Tim.
let me point out, from what I know about the Firebugs, did you know that they were teamed with necromancers and trying to end the world?
Well, your team with necromancers.
Yeah,
What?
one, you're a team with necromancers. Two,
True.
of course
I'm
the
not a
fuck you. I was the one who
necromancer.
told them not to do it. I was
What?
the one who told them not to do it, but no.
Okay,
Power. And...
right, so
And
all I'm
to-
saying is,
One, I'm not a
Roundabout.
necromancer. And two, to be honest, it was more the fire giant that was the problem than the necromancers.
well, the biggest problem with them trying to end the world. Can we talk about that? Just leave this one on the high top. If you're trying to end the world, you might
mean
die.
to tell me,
I'm gonna throw that out there.
You mean to tell me that you've never met a being more powerful than you, been awed by them, kind of, you know, enticed by the power that they offer, such that you make questionable decisions and maybe end up in a bad spot making choices that you don't really want to be making, but you do anyway because you're in. You're in now, buddy.
Not really.
For the
no,
record,
I mean,
I feel like Alton would answer no.
yeah, I mean, I know some powerful beings, but I got some powerful friends. Victor's one of them. He was pretty awesome, and I got some other powerful friends. But I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I've made any choices that I regret so far. No. In too deep doesn't sound like a phrase that I'm fully into. I'm not haven't heard that one very often.
Oh, the devil's
I'm
in the
pretty sure
details.
that song was on the radio
Yeah.
by now. You
Yeah,
probably
the
would have
devil
heard
is in the
quite
details
a
at
bit.
that point.
Well, I hope you never find that out. But regardless, I got a stop to make. And do you guys have money for a bus ticket back?
I do.
I could after a couple of nights.
What are you going to do? Whore yourself out?
Well,
Who-
no.
Who would
To
buy
the
you,
municipal
Austin?
system.
I mean, I'm pretty good looking. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like a couple people might buy me. But on the other hand, that isn't what I'm planning on doing.
Okay, follow-up question. Do you have money for a private plane back?
Definitely not.
There.
No. Do you?
I mean, I'm already sold. I'll go to see Brad's mom. I don't mind.
Dad.
You came with me. Oh, Dad. Yeah, sure. I mean, you came with me for all this stuff, so I'll follow you to what you need to do. I'm down.
I was going to go with you anyway.
Yeah, I'm an easy sell. I don't. It's not going to take too much. But
Excellent.
I'm not saying that Brad didn't get what he deserved. I mean, he might be your friend, but ending the world might equal death. I'm just saying. I mean, I didn't try to end the world. Brad did.
Don't worry, mate. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Well,
All right.
That
time
statement is
skip
going to
over as we travel.
come back to bite you in the ass, Colin.
very Mabley, but I still have yet to try to end the world.
Very Mabley. All right, let's go ahead and time skip to meeting Brad's father.
Brad's
you guys
dad.
are at his front door. Brad's dad.
Brad's dead.
Not to be
you guys
confused
are
with
at
Stacy's
Brad's-
mom. Actually, did Brad have a sister named Stacy?
No,
No.
but he did have a things for Stacy. I mean, Stacy's mom. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, after his parents split, his dad moved to Georgia. His mom stayed in New Orleans. Like,
It was a crazy situation.
It was a really, it was a thing. But yeah.
All right, one door left unlocked. There we go. Brad's father comes in, an absolute wall of a man. You guys have seen bigger men before, but only one bigger man, and it was very specifically a man who turned into a giant later on. But that is not to discount how tall and large and formidable this man is. He opens the door, and he sees Dev, and says, August. I really didn't think I'd see you again. How's it been?
I mean, been better, been worse.
Sorrow's on his face. I can't do it as well because I have never experienced sorrow.
Yeah.
Just
period. Never experienced sorrow.
Yeah.
Been better, Mr. Gad, as I know you have. So.
Yeah. But have you found anything about him? No one's gotten any body reports. No one's dragged anything up.
Heard something.
You know I don't have a lot of faith left in the police departments right now.
In the system.
After I go, come on. They've searched that entire wreckage, all of the rubble there. They didn't find a single scrap of them. Not a piece of clothing, not a body part, not a set of teeth they could try to...
Nothing.
His thoughts are disconnected. He starts to kind of breathlessly speak not nonsense sentences, but vaguely connected things about the loss. You can see he's kind of starting to break up.
Hold on, sir.
Let's go sit down.
He invites you inside. He fiddles around in the kitchen. You can you noticeably tell there's no one else in this house right now. He is completely alone. He fiddles around and pulls out 4 glasses, one for each of you guys. And with it, he pulls out a pitcher of water and a large container of whiskey. Leaving a couple ice cubes inside of his own glass, he pours a little bit of whiskey and starts to slowly sip it. Please, feel free. Have anything you want.
I appreciate it.
So,
have they?
No, go ahead.
Have they seen anything of the others? Janet, Raph?
No, every last one of his friends. They just disappeared, except for you.
Yeah, that's...
The school hasn't heard anything from him. They've warned me they're about to fail him in his classes. He hasn't even shown up home. He's not been anywhere. I even called Mabel. That was...
Keep him out of it, Levi. I tried to keep him out of it.
It was painful. I couldn't help it. She had to know something.
Yeah,
Anyway, I apologize. You brought friends.
No.
He goes to stand up to try to shake hands like he's supposed to.
So,
first approaching Austin with a handshake, big giant hand.
Austin Cash, nice to meet you.
Well, hello, Austin. Hi. He now turns to Romain.
Romain LeBeau. You said they never found any remains
He
of
gives
anybody?
you an odd look. Romain LeBeau. Are you the necromancer from New Orleans?
I'm not a necromancer.
So, Levi, that's part of the reason I'm here. Romain hasn't been able to contact him either.
Yes.
I don't want to get your hopes up too much.
What does that mean? He turns to the necromancer. Does that mean he's alive somewhere?
Or he just doesn't want to show up. I don't exactly have the greatest control over spirits. But you said they didn't find...
You don't know him. Well, you don't know him as well as I do. Do it here with me.
Okay. But you...
Does he still have his stuff up in his room from when he stayed here with you that summer after senior year?
I haven't had a chance to clean that room out. I can't. He goes upstairs and grabs a hairbrush. Something that was not exactly personal, but does contain the hairs.
It's
As
that
far
one
as he's
sock you
concerned.
found behind the bed.
Nope, I'm not gonna summon that one.
Summon a lot of his children somehow.
Just a series of unborn children, just collectively just falling out of the sock. Right, he gives you the hairbrush.
I'm gonna give it the Hominas.
Hamina.
The Ugo Gwegwe Fighty Sows.
Brad is not home.
How old are these hairs?
They are a couple years old since the last time he was living with his father. So it's been some time.
So, knowing what I know, would I be able to do a potential tracking spell with them, or are they too old?
Certainly give it a try.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay, let's roll a couple dice.
I'm going to take Levi kind of over into the kitchen while he does his thing. Just kind of let him work. Let's.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I am unfamiliar with the tracking spell. Is it just the power is how powerful the tracking spell is, and whether I can control it is whether I can control it, or?
Yeah, basically, when you're trying to do a roll with magic, what you're doing is you're trying to replicate what the actual roll would be with the original skill. So, if you were going to do a investigation check of a +5 to find him, that's what you would do.
Okay.
But you have to choose ahead of time how high you want to roll, and that's the spell creation.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with an investigation of +5 then.
Okay, +5 investigation. Go ahead and give it a roll.
All right. Well, that's a 2 for power, but I control the fuck out of it.
Got it. All right, let's see if we can put a little bit more power in there.
There we go.
There we go.
Total of 6, and I can not control it.
Perfect.
I can.
All right.
Super controlled.
Well-controlled spell. As you start doing your classic bit of information, for you, it's obviously drawing a compass onto a piece of paper and then activating it a little bit. The compass needle starts to move around. It spins until it points directly to where you later understand. Points directly to New Orleans. Sorry, got distracted.
Hey, Dev.
What is it, Romain?
Come take a look at this.
Okay.
That's not north. He's alive.
Levi?
Yeah, he comes running into the room. He comes running into the room. What is it?
There's a good chance.
He rushes in and gives Dev a hug, like a full-bodied hug, crushing him with his giant, meaty arms. Then he goes in and he reaches an arm out and grabs the good necromancer of New Orleans, and then with the other arm reaches out and grabs the spider prince. Something like that.
I like that.
He gives you a big, giant hug. You've really done something good here today, folks. Like you really helped him out. He wishes you guys good luck, offers you another drink for the road if you need to, and then says that he's got some cleaning up to do. He's got a room to prepare.
Yep.
Do you mind if I keep this, I say, holding the brush? Do you have a bag I can put it in?
He goes into the kitchen, pulls out a Ziploc bag. Yeah.
The spell only lasts for so long. I'll need it to...
Yeah, sir, please go ahead. It's all yours.
Yeah. We're headed back to New Orleans soon, and when we get there, I'll let you know what we find.
Thank you, August. You're just a good kid.
Yeah. Brad's been good to me over the years, so you did a good job with him.
Thank you so much. Good luck in your travels, August.
Thank you.
He closed the door behind him, and he's gonna go upstairs to clean up his son's room because obviously his son's gonna come back at some point in time.
Yeah.
All right. Unless you guys have anything else left to do in Georgia, we can talk about your final conversations with all of your. Well, you don't have a person in charge of you at all, do you?
Me?
I'll
No.
have to fix that. Okay.
I'll
but
fix
I-
that, he
I-
says.
I'll fix that.
I do want to just have a brief in character as we're walking away.
Yeah.
Romain, Austin, mates, like, thank you. I mean, I know y'all don't know what Brad and I have been through together, but I mean, what Brad's been through, what I've been through with him there with me, and just thank you for the hope. And for the
So,
help.
Dev. August.
No, Dev, please.
Dev.
Please.
It did feel a little weird. I mean, Austin's my
It
name.
did-
August is
it
Dev.
did feel
I'm really
weird.
loving the Dev nickname.
So Dev. What he's been through being close to this giant absorbed in the dark magic, he might not be the same person that you come to know and love. This could be a very different person that we find when we find him.
He's stronger than that. I have to believe he's stronger than that. And even if he's not, I have to know. For me, for Levi, for Mabel.
I just want you to be aware of what we're walking into here. If these corruptive forces have taken hold of him, we may have to put him and the rest of the Firebugs down.
Why did we suddenly get to murder here? That is an
personally-
in-character response. Why did we?
All right, so
Okay, so you,
personally,
you know
I don't
about
want
the
to
White
kill
Council,
anybody.
right?
The what?
The White Council. They're a group.
Read my previous question. Say the what?
They're kind of like the ruling body for wizards.
They're wizard cops, I believe.
Well, that sounds bollocks.
Well, I thought so too, and then they showed up at the place where I work.
Okay, yeah, not sounding any less bollocks right now.
They've got a very strict set of rules that, if broken, immediately lead to death.
Did I not say this sounds like bollocks?
Yeah, I'm not a big
that's-
fan of it either, but
He's also almost kind of one of them, if you, which is interesting. He's like a
No.
necromancer and kind of white court. He's like a fun mix of a
Wait,
lot of things.
I thought you were White Court.
Sorry, not white court, white council. There's a lot of words I'm still
Okay.
learning.
no, I very much am not anywhere close to one of them.
You were
But
offered a job though.
You were offered
They-
a test that you
they
failed.
tested me for membership, and I failed the test.
Oh yeah, you did fail that one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the necromancer thing, huh?
No, it's because I can only do magic with the help of a circle.
Is that like? Oh wait, is Harry Potter a thing in 2000s? I don't even remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
Harry Potter would have been out by now.
Cool. Is that like how some wizards can do spells without a wand in Harry Potter? Or is that like a harder, more easier? I need
Sure,
some
let's
gauge
go
on
with
this
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like a rare thing. You have to be really
So
powerful to do
you
that.
know how I summon things with my circle, like your dad or the mice or the key card.
Yep.
I have to have that circle in order to do my magic. Whereas Dev here, he just kind of makes it happen.
So is he more powerful than you, or?
I'm not sure. I haven't really tested my strength against his. But it's
Right, but it's like I said in Harry Potter, right? The more powerful the wizard can do spells either without a wand or without saying things. Is it like he's just better than you?
he's certainly faster, but I think mine is more versatile.
So here's the question. If you couldn't do magic, so could you ever do your magic without a circle?
Potentially. But
And
it would be very, very dirty.
well, okay, so then why does the White Council want you to be able to do magic without a circle? If your magic is better with a circle.
Because it's easier to defend yourself when you can do it like that.
I mean, plus, if you don't have to take the time to do it, you can do things like osadke, which is my rote to trip somebody, and I will trip Austin.
There you go. Got him.
Oh God.
I will take my.
I got pretty good athletics. I might have caught myself a little bit.
Yeah, but like you went to take a step, and your shin just hit like this invisible barrier.
Thunk.
Whereas I would have to, I draw a circle, draw a wall, and put a wall in front of his foot.
That took forever. I saw that coming.
But you very much saw it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
However,
So
I don't think he could ever do the keycard thing.
okay, so roundabout way to say, I do think the White Council is a bit of bullocks, but however, if he does keep trying to end the world, our paths will probably, I don't know, maybe we won't cross, but like, I don't want the world to end, personally.
So anyway, back to,
and I find it hard to believe that he does.
But I do have one more question before you go on to murder, Mr. Necromancer. Is there some kind of
necromancer?
magic? Right. Well, temporary necromancer, whatever we want to call you, Tamp, Necrotamp,
Temperomancer.
Temperomancer. Both of these are great options.
Actually,
but,
Temperomancer, I'm pretty sure has to deal with time, which is also illegal.
Well, that also I could understand that. So, Necrotamp, is there some kind of necromantic spell or necromantic thing that would get, like, I mean, that building collapsed, and there were definitely some webbed people, and if they found no bodies, what could have caused that?
It did many things. They could have opened a portal to Fairy. They could have, excuse me.
Nice one.
They could have formed a barrier around themselves, and then once everything settled, made their way out. It could be any number of things. Maybe some divine intervention happened.
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, because if they found no bodies in that thing, something must have happened. And I'm just trying to figure out if it's like a necromantic, like,
oh well, they
consuming bodies or something, or if it's at
the very least, Brad is alive.
Brad is alive, like fully alive.
Yes.
Well, and just to say this to you, Dev, I do wish the best for him. If he's not ending the world, I'm cool. I'll let bygones be bygones. I'll even give him a free punch to like even the score here. But like, if he's ending the world, I don't think we're gonna get along well. Is all I'm saying.
But before we got into that whole sidetrack, if he ends up being contaminated, evil, what have you, it might be more of a mercy for us to end his life as opposed to letting the council get him. And make no mistake, the council will hunt him down if they view him as a dark mage.
Okay, so last question for the Necrotamp. Is there a way to uncorrupt a corrupt person? Like purifying shit or some kind of
Potentially, but they have to
repentance. I'm
want
not
it.
really sure. So,
Potentially,
but
but
you're
they-
saying we could find him, convince him of the error of his ways, and put him on the straight and narrow.
Yes. But he will
All
always be
right.
living with that over his head, as it were.
I understand. I understand. All I'm asking is that you give me a chance to get through to him first.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to kill him. I'm just saying we have to be prepared for that possibility.
From
You
the
know what they
moment
say
he
about
fell
mages
in
and preparedness.
with that cult. Deep down, I've known that was a chance. He died doing that, and I hope not. But
I also hope not. I'm also glad to find out that I wasn't part of his death. That's great. Great news, honestly. uh,
Anyone bothering to look at Austin notices his posture's a little bit better.
Yeah.
He's walking with a pep in his step.
didn't kill that guy. Great news.
not a
for
mass
me.
murderer.
Not yet. Anyway, speaking of mass murder and not being corrupted by power, can we talk to Anansi before this is all over?
Yes, I intended you to have all conversations with your mentors / whoever Deb
Great
wants to speak
news.
to.
I'd say I had my person to talk to, really.
That's fair. That's a good point.
So
All right.
fly back
travel
to New Orleans in style.
The travel back to New Orleans is uneventful yet pretty awesome. Very much
This
money
is the
was spent
life.
to get you guys these first class tickets. Yeah.
This is the life right here.
Oh yeah, you guys have 3 extra inches of foot space. You guys get a second run around on the drink cart. There's a couple snacks
Face
coming
mask,
your way.
blankets, a pillow. whole-
Heated blankets, heated pillows. You got the whole shebang. That's easily $20 worth of comfort right there for 1,000 extra dollars. You guys finally do make it back to New Orleans, and we're gonna have conversations with each of your mentors. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay. Speaking to Anansi. You go into
Nancy.
you go into the library. You see him telling stories. This story is today of Cupid and Psyche, about a woman who thinks she is married to a horrible beast of a monster, but realizes and discovers that she's actually wrong. He is a wonderful person who has never done anything wrong, and is actually the god of love. And also, her betrayal is what means that he should have to leave forever and never come back. They get better in the end.
So it's Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, yeah, but it's Cupid and Psyche.
Okay, so we listened to the Beauty and the Beast. Okay, cool. I've heard that one. I've watched that movie. And then once he's done, I'll make my presence known in some way. Give him a signal. Give him the steal. You know?
He comes to approach you after it's all over. So, I think you got payment for me?
Payment.
The story of you. Your story.
Well, I did learn a lot about my dad. If you want to hear all of that.
Yes.
Okay, so we talked to a man named Johnny, who I'm pretty sure you've heard a story of him playing a fiddle versus the devil. I saw the fiddle. It was pretty cool. Have you heard the story? Because I'll sing you a song if you haven't.
No, I haven't really heard that story. I've been on ice since the 1500s.
Oh yeah. So anyway, the devil went down to, and I'll give him a tale of the devil going down to Georgia, the fiddle, the whole. I mean, you might have heard the song by now. I mean, it's pretty popular.
Austin runs to the store, gets the CD of Charlie Daniels' greatest hits.
Yeah.
No, just starts playing the fiddle. Suddenly,
Yeah.
Austin knows how to play the fiddle. You guys didn't know. So that's that story. And so apparently he won the fiddle, was gonna be dragged to hell, started making deals with the devil to make deals with the started dealing for the devil is really, he's on the house now, so he's not on the other side of the table, he's dealing now. And then he made a deal with my dad for his soul in exchange for my mom falling in love with him, something along these lines. Then, so we talked to him. Then we let the son kind of destroy my dad's soul, so he's not going back to hell. And I also managed to give Johnny the address to here. So I don't know if he got like feelers or sensors if someone powerful's coming near. But like, if he comes, don't let him out of here, because I imagine that's a great story you're gonna want to consume, eat, snack on. I don't know what exactly that whole process seems like, but like, he has the address, and I told him to come find me. So I hope he does, because that would be great for you, and maybe for me too. You know, give and take this whole relationship is.
Well, the devil was only about 1,600 years into his rise up when I was on ice, but he's a very powerful individual even back then. I kind of don't want to eat his messenger boys.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. It's the devil. I'm just a big magical spider. He shows you one of his spider paws for emphasis. I'm not equipped to fight the embodiment of all evil.
Well, I don't suggest you fight the devil. I'm just saying, if you want to eat Johnny, it might come up. But if you don't, yeah, I mean, let him come into the library, let him leave. He'll never know the difference. However, he does have my name on his list of souls to take. Just as an aside. Plan on not making any deals with that guy if I can help it.
Yeah, you didn't agree to anything, did you?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, you gotta watch yourself with those guys. They're very particular. Anything that can be first described as a deal is a deal. They operate under fairy rules, or, well, technically, other way around.
Yeah, I don't think I had a couple conversations, but I don't think we ever even had any kind of discussion about, like, even a question, some kind of deal. It was mostly just, like, statements back and forth at each other.
Cup of coffee.
No, I didn't drink any coffee from him. I didn't drink any coffee from him. I did not take coffee from him.
You did, Tyler.
Yeah.
You did.
Did
You
I?
took coffee from him.
I did.
I took
Yes.
nothing from him.
I decidedly took nothing.
Yeah, I thought he was going to poison me. I didn't know he was the devil,
Yeah.
but I decidedly took nothing from him either. Didn't even steal something from his office. Almost did. That would have been some good gold, but honestly, pretty glad I didn't do that either. So, I mean, like, at this point, all I've done is give him, well, kind of ruffles of feathers, but then gave him this address. That's pretty much all I've done.
All right. Well, if he comes looking for trouble, I guess we'll see what happens. But Christ. And I use that in the most obvious terms on that one. But
also, he has a person above him whose name is M. Didn't really learn much else above that, but that's pretty much the whole story. You're fully caught up on this now.
You sure it was M?
M.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know M, who works in about the same department. It's above him and not subordinate, because he's usually pretty well known for being a subordinate.
Who, M?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it seemed like M was above him. As far as I could tell. I mean, I might have misread that relationship, but I mean, like,
he goes over to a bookshelf and picks up the marvelous. It's the marvelous miracle of Mr. No, he pulls out he pulls out Goethe's Faustus and hands you the book. You're gonna have to do some research, bud.
All right. On top of that, I did have one more question to ask. This isn't actually about spider powers, although, I mean, we could always use more of those. But you're very good, if I'm not mistaken, at talking your way out of a deal, through a deal, and around a deal, right?
Yes, I am. Very good at it.
Yeah. So I might want some tips. Because it seems like I might be offered a few deals for my soul.
It's not exactly in my best interest to teach you how to do these things, but I guess if we made sure that we could keep something in between the deal, just to keep things safe, I don't mind giving you a few tips in tips and trades.
All right, that sounds like what I'm looking for here. Also, always more spider powers. I mean, I'm just,
Well,
I'm loving, like, the thing. Wait, well, we're in the middle of the library. I'm not doing anything. But, like, the things I've been able to accomplish have been super fun. Big fan.
well, you've given me more food than I've had in the last 400 years, so it's certainly not a problem for me.
Well, all right. Sounds like.
Now, if you have noticed yourself in a situation where your eyesight's not as good as you might want it to be, if you have a situation where you feel like a little bit more strength might come in handy, I mean, these are all parts of my domain.
Well, I got strength powers kind of so far. I've got pretty good eyesight. I mean, I wouldn't say no to better eyesight, but like, ever watch Spider-Man? Like a movie series?
I've spent some time reading up on Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, so
Second with
currently
the-
my powers are pretty in line with that guy. I don't know if that was calculated or not. But you know how you can, like, climb a building?
That's certainly something we could probably work out.
Yeah, if we're going to do the next thing, if there's a next thing, that's what I'm feeling like the next thing should be.
Well, I am pretty hungry today, so I don't think I'll be able to impart any extra power on you right away. But maybe we can come up with an agreement that I can definitely I would be okay with.
Said the
I would not
spider
say
to
no
the
to that.
fly.
So just back to the fly. Yeah,
Literally.
very literally. Well, I mean, you can talk to me. We'll have a quick conversation.
All right, you want me to come back sometime, maybe a little after hours, if you know what I mean?
With a little food, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, do you have anything in mind? You know, that's something that's close.
I don't know. Just pick somebody.
Just anybody?
Sure.
'Cause I could pick somebody. Yeah, sure. I could do that.
Yeah, if you're willing to do it, I'm definitely willing to accept a nice, quick mortal meal.
All right. Well, sounds like a plan.
Excellent. You end your conversation with Anansi. He is smiling, not like a fool, because he's not the fool in this situation. All right,
How dare you?
let's do our.
However, before we end that would mean that I don't know if we're gonna have a break after this. He will be Austin will be spending his time looking for people that are wanted, trying to collect them and bring them to Anansi.
Okay.
So his bounties
yes.
will then instead of going to the police for money, one or two of them, or however much it takes to get Anansi fed, will be fed to a spider.
Sounds good. All right, let's finish up with Gwen, and we can go ahead and end our stream for the day.
Austin is the Zodiac killer, confirmed?
It's actually 100% confirmed, yeah.
Oh, speaking of, did you guys see that they cracked one of his codes that hadn't been cracked yet, like 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Mhm.
So that was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
All right, Gwen is sitting in her tattoo shop as by the time you get back to it. Your days off of work are almost gone.
Hey, Gwen, I'm back.
How'd it go?
Jet lag is actually a thing.
Yeah, they don't tell you that kind of stuff. I'm surprised you got in a jet.
Yeah, the dev guy, he got us some tickets. Didn't want to ride on the bus.
Yeah, he got you some real good tickets to an airplane that didn't crash with 2 spellcasters on it.
Fair.
Good
Wait,
point.
hold on. What?
Dev obviously spent some extra money and knows somebody in the know who can get him around the country without his plane going down.
No. What do you mean? Plane with 2 spellcasters on it?
You know how you can't keep a cell phone, and every time you keep coming around, you destroy my stuff?
I thought that was just bad luck.
No, what? God, okay, so when mortals do magic, they have a whole bunch of doubts and insecurities that ruin their magic, and then cause it to spread everywhere else and destroy stuff. Back in the day, that used to be milk and other stuff like that, kind of going bad, animals getting sick. Sometimes it was just a bad crop yield. But now that we've moved into the future, you haven't really noticed you can't keep a piece of technology up and operating?
Can we talk about that for a second? Because we call each other regularly.
Yeah, we do.
I just thought of that.
That being said, I fully imagine, like, I just get some piece of shit cell phones, like some
constantly breaking.
Just like I live off burner phones.
I also, however, live off burner phones, even though I'm not a magician. So let's go.
I mean, yeah, but it's new technology. It's I imagine it's gonna break.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I can afford a Nokia. Apparently, those things are super tough. But
I've heard that they're very tough phones. I mean, if I can get one of the new Nokias, I would be really excited for myself.
But
it's a Nokia commercial from 2000. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. You can sponsor us. Feel free.
Okay, Nokia from 2000, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
I just want past iterations of Nokia, no modern day, please.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry, got a little sidetracked there. So that group that was working with the fire giants,
the Firebugs,
yeah, they might still be alive. Yeah, the whole building dropping on them might not have actually dropped on them.
So they got real lucky.
Or something helped them.
Or someone. No, wait, that was what you were inferring anyway. Okay, yeah. Hold up. Alright, so what are you going to be doing?
Are you okay? It's not like you to miss something like that.
Well, I'm tired, okay? I have to keep on running this shop when you go away and do your fun little things. And I take 16-hour days, 2 days in a row to make sure this worked out for you. But you got brand new friends, and I appreciate your work, so I got to keep you around. The compliment leaves a disgusting taste in my mouth.
Thanks, Gwen. That means a lot. I appreciate it when you're around too. Even though you
really don't mention it. Let's just move past this.
Even though you bite my head off on a regular basis. So,
you need it.
Yeah, that does feel weird. That does feel weird. You're right. Let's never do that again.
All right. Well.
Anyway, on the plane ride, by the way, first class is amazing.
Oh, yeah, first class?
Oh, yeah. They gave us like heated seats, like proper pillows. It was nice. If you ever get the chance,
I miss my days in first class. I can't.
But anyway, I was so relaxed. I had an idea.
Yeah.
So, is there a way for me to take the spells that I do, like my drawings, and work them into my tattoos or someone else's tattoos?
Yes, there is. And I definitely can teach you that one. She shows you her arm. On her arm are 11 different dots of light, combining in some very large, intricate Celtic knot-looking kind of design.
Ooh, I love the shading on that. It almost looks like it's lighting up.
It actually is. She releases her hand. You, as a magic user, can tell that she's just released one of her spells that grant one of the luck things, and you watch the tattoo itself shift and transform so that the now 10 dots correctly hit intersects on the Celtic cross looking the thing that created. Ooh. So the tattoo moves, shapes, and gives her a running count of how many of those things she's got available to her right then.
I would definitely like to learn about that.
And that's definitely something I can teach you. But it'll have to be another day. Because I am tired, and you are taking over for the rest of the day.
But I still have half a day.
With that moment, she walks out the door.
Got him.
All right.
Fine. But
we're going to go ahead and end the game today. You guys have all finished up a major milestone. That is a refresh point for A, killing Austin's father, having a whole bunch of nice, touching conversations with older men, Okay, yeah, you guys definitely did a whole bunch of good stuff. We finally finished the Atlanta arc, so we're going to give you guys a major milestone. That is good enough for almost anybody to afford all of the lovely little bits and pieces they wanted. Tattoo spellcasting is going to be 1 fate point, 1 refresh point. Colin, if you want spider climb, it's going to be 1 fate point as well.
Okay. I'm adding it.
With all of that, you can, of course, put a +1 on one of your skills and transfer 2 skills between each other if you'd like to. And change an aspect if you wanted to. Colin, you'd be a really good choice for a changed aspect, watching your father die a second time. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and let the game go.
I might change one of my aspects. I'm not sure yet.
I am definitely
sense to me.
changing one of my aspects. But,
Like that would probably change story the most.
you
Or
mean
does
your
those
main
even matter
aspect,
anymore?
or
In like your
Yeah,
aspects.
that specific part does not matter as much. You're now looking for aspects that would likely be exchanged. What part of yourself has changed so much
for
that this
instance,
new aspect describes you?
for instance, back when we fought Lord Death, after that one, I changed my one. I got really close to dying, and 2, we literally went face to face with Lord Death, and I changed one of my aspects to brushed by death. So
For everyone who's not aware
We,
of Lord
we
Death,
can
by the way.
discuss this more off stream, but for now, let's
let's sign off. Yes.
let's wrap up. So thank you to everybody out there who's watching. Please do follow. We are very close to 50 follows, which is a benchmark for us. And in addition to all this Dresden Files RPG goodness, we do have 2 ongoing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaigns on Friday and Saturday nights. You can also check out our YouTube, which has all of the old archived sessions of this. We are working on getting the Dungeons & Dragons sessions up on there now. But I think that's everything, Colin. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just really getting to that 50 followers is the biggest thing we're trying to achieve right now. The more followers we get, we can get subs. Once we start like getting money, we want to put more money into this. That means either like, hey, doing more streams, adding another game, booting YouTube, making our overlays better, all of that stuff. So it's like, we're trying to make this a thing with regular content up as often as we can. So, the more support we get, the more we can put into it. That's all.
Yeah, the more support that we get, the better content we can provide for you guys. That's ultimately what this is about. Yep.
So thank you all very much, and have a lovely night.
Bye.
Bye.